This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to find out how to volunteer, please contact LibriVox.org. She-rab Dong Bu, or The Tree of Wisdom, by Nagarjuna. Translated by W.L. Campbell. Part 5, Sections 161 through 200. 161. He who in an assembly of many persons makes no effort to obtain the virtues of the holy, what is the profit in such a one being born who is driven away by his own mother's pains? 162. The way of the wise man is knowledge. The way of the cuckoo is a sweet note. The way of the ascetic is patience. The way of a woman is perversity. 163. Astronomy itself and doctrinal principles, the eagle spell and the repeating of spells, of these the essential meaning should be seized. Do not analyze the sound of the words. 164. Knowledge contained in books, and wealth procured from others, when the time for needing them arrives, are neither knowledge nor wealth. 165. The accomplishments of the teacher of the arts are but accomplishments for earning a living, but the study of the termination of earthly incarnation, why should that not be the accomplishment? 166. To no man, without due scrutiny, should sound advice be given. See, how for only giving a place to a monkey, the man was made homeless. 167. Some devote themselves to speech. Some gain their object without speaking. The reed flower has no fruit. The walnut has both flower and fruit. 168. The fruit of the Kataka tree clears all water, but if its name only be mentioned, this does not cause the mud in the water to subside. 169. Although a man may be learned in written works, yet if he does not apply what he knows, he resembles the blind man, who even with a lamp in his hand cannot see the road. 170. Like the moon, which waxes and wanes, in having recourse to the holy or impious, a little virtue may be increased, or vast accomplishments may be decreased. 171. It is easier to have a clever man for one's enemy than to be friends with the stupid, as in the stories of the protection of the Brahmin by a thief, and of the monkey who squeezed the king's eyes. 172. The clever, the disciplined, the contented, and the truth-tellers, it is better for such to die than to live in the kingdom of the evil. Footnote. Or than to share a kingdom with the wicked. End footnote. 173. In the matter of a snake's venom and that of an evil man is more venomous than a snake. For the snake's venom may be overcome by drugs and spells, but what can soothe the venom of an evil man? 174. Although the evil may be benefited by 100 talents, yet, even when happy, they use abusive language. He who is well educated is firm. Although poor as a fakir, he will not abandon virtue. 175. The naturally evil man is like the weighing scales. A little thing sends him up, and a little thing sends him down. 176. Although smeared with sandalwood, musk, and camphor, the natural strong smell of garlic is not driven out. Although many texts may be well studied, one does not drive out the natural evil in one's disposition. 177. There are no lotuses on the face of a holy man's son, nor do horns grow on the heads of prostitutes' sons. But in so far as there was perversion in the act, in so far is that the essential characteristic of the bastard. 178. The word which is uttered is one thing, and different from the thought in the mind. Alas then for the crooked-minded! Who can change this natural disposition? 179. He assiduously retains his vices, and ever discards the moral virtues. In retaining vice and discarding virtue, the evil man resembles a strainer. 180. He who has been refuted by an evil man loses confidence even in the holy. When a child's mouth has been scalded by hot milk, he will drink curds only after blowing on them. 181. Seeing the star's reflection on the lake by night, the swan is disappointed in taking them for lotus shoots, so that even when he sees the real lotus shoot by day, he will not eat it. When once refuted by a liar, one will doubt even the truthful. 182. A woman's appetite is twice that of a man, her deceitfulness 4 times as much, her shame 6 times, and her passions 8 times. So it is said. 183. Not by gifts nor by attentions, not by worship nor by veneration, not by constant association nor by assiduity. By none of these is a woman to be resisted. 184. When he was carried off by the king of the birds, the white lotus serpent god said, "He who tells secrets to women, his life is lost there and then." 185. By them one's object and religion are completely destroyed. They create an obstacle in the attainment of salvation. They become the cause of all mischief. Rather, therefore, avoid other men's womenfolk. 186. If even one verse of truth is given by a Lama to his pupil, the gift given would be supreme. Such a thing is not on earth. 187. All worldly pleasures should be abandoned, but if you are unable to abandon them, then cling to the holy. That is the cure for it. 188. All desires should be abandoned, but if you cannot abandon them, let your desire be for salvation. That is the cure for it. 189. The unhelpful relative is like a stranger, but he who helps, even if he be an outsider, is a relative. Like the body and its diseases, which are with us, and the beneficial medicine of solitude. Footnote, i.e., the diseases of the body are like an unhelpful relative, and solitude like a helpful outsider. End footnote. 190. If you hold with assiduity a pot half full of water on your head, so also if respected, the evil man becomes excited. Footnote. This verse is rather elliptical.